into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show. Woohoo!
A very good morning to you, beautiful, wonderful people. Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso on SABC3. It's a Wednesday. Get in there.
I'm so excited.
Get in there.
And I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control.
Don't. Yeah.
No, okay.
No, as in like, don't hide it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead. I just...
Cool. I'm ready.
Okay, we're in it. Listen, we're going to be talking about some very important things with our childhood development expert, Nikki Bush, about the importance of having your children playing with toys that have wheels on them and how that contributes to their development.
Exactly. We're also meeting South Africa's dodgeball team this morning. I love dodgeball. It's one of my favorite games. I suck at it currently, but I could get better in the future.
Were you ever good at it?
No, but I have aspirations.
Right. I like that you made emphasis on the fact that you suck at it currently.
You know what? We're also taking a look at what's trending this morning, and a grandmother was so excited to blow out her birthday cake that something happened where, you know, the teeth. But you're gonna have to. I don't want to tell you. You're gonna have to stay tuned to watch it. It's quite adorable.
And then, as always, I'm always a fan of music, and this morning our live artist performer is Chris Berger, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. Look at he's so cool, calm and collected.
And there's a glow. There's a glow.
Look, he's just like, I'm ready for this. Can we just start performing now already? Well, I can't wait for that. It's going to be a wonderful Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start off the day by taking a look at what the temperatures are doing all around our cities.
Thank you so much, team, and a very warm welcome from my side as well. It's going to be a wonderful Wednesday indeed. Let's enjoy it together. Quickly taking a look at your weather. Now, we've been greeted with a little bit more welcome rain this morning in Cape Town, and it looks like you can also expect some showers from the Eastern Cape to the KZN South Coast and also in Mpumalanga, and temperatures rising very hot in certain places, even up into the 30s. Ons hardloop vinnig deur. Polokwane begin op 10 grade minimum en 'n maksimum 29. Mbombela 11:31. Pretoria begin op 9 grade minimum en dit styg na 26 grade. Johannesburg 7 en 'n matige 25. Mahikeng op 11 grade minimum en 'n warmer 28 grade. Klerksdorp 7:29. Kimberley 8:22. Bloemfontein skop af op 'n koel 2 grade minimum, lekker koud, maar 'n warmer 22 later kan verwag word. Richards Bay 12:19. Pietermaritzburg starting off on 6 minimum with a maximum of 21 degrees. Durban 13:20. Mthatha on 3 degrees minimum, nice and cool, but warming up to 20 degrees later on today. East London 10:18. Cradock 2 minimum and a maximum 19 degrees. Port Elizabeth 10:16. George 7:14. Sutherland on the cooler side of the day, starting off on 0 degrees minimum, staying cool with a maximum 14 degrees. Cape Town 8 and also chilly 15 maximum. Worcester 2:18, Springbok 2 and a maximum 23, and Uppington starting off on 8 degrees minimum with a maximum of 23 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather for the 6:30 bulletin. We'll keep you updated with those temperatures throughout the course of your morning. Right now, it's still nice and early. Let's quickly take a look at what's happening out on the road. Starting off in Gauteng, Johannesburg, there is a stationary vehicle on the N1 southbound at the Olifantsfontein Road. Just be aware of that. And over in the Western Cape at Monte Vista, there's a stationary vehicle also on the N1 inbound, and that's just after Monte Vista Boulevard, obstructing the ramp lane. So please approach there with caution or try and avoid that route this morning altogether. But we'll keep you updated with the traffic as well. Next bulletin or update heading your way just after 7 o'clock.
Well, it's time for us to head to social media this morning. And of course, you see this really adorable picture of Ewan Strader. What is he doing? He's got a cup of marshmallows there. Why? Because he's celebrating National Toasted Marshmallow Day. Oh, isn't that amazing? We want to know from you, what's your favorite marshmallow treat? Is it a marshmallow milkshake? Is it a marshmallow cake? Or is it marshmallows in hot chocolate? Let's see what you had to say. Francois says, I love the marshmallow cake. It's delicious. Garth Lefleur says, my favorite is marshmallow cake. Yes. Marshmallow cake as well from Nalisi. Nosiwe. And then Loiso says, marshmallows with hot chocolate. Khomolemo says marshmallow cake. Luke Van Jansen says milkshake is my favorite marshmallow milkshake. And we'll end it off with Mpoza that says morning team marshmallow in hot chocolate. So as far as we've read so far, marshmallow cake is in the running. But if you like another form of marshmallow treat, let us know.
Yeah, but like sometimes you can get too much, eh? It's got like
absolutely.
that declining factor of utility. The more you have, the less you should be having.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. One marshmallow is okay, two marshmallows is fine, you know, more than 3 or 4 or 5, just have to go there. Exactly. Listen, after the break, we're going to have a real feel-good Wednesday. Interesting story from our Nikki Bush, parenting expert this morning, how playing with toys that's got wheels and what that means for childhood development. There's a direct link.
Then we also get to meet the South African dodgeball team. Can you believe it? Yes, we have one. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Glad ice cube bags are just so fabulous and so versatile. Wait till you see how they work. It's magic. Plus, they're convenient and easy to use, and they save space in the freezer. Simply fill the funnel at the top with water until all the squares are filled. And now for the magic part. The bag seals itself when you turn it upside down, and you don't have to worry about any spills in the freezer. Each bag makes 24 ice cubes, all individually wrapped with the perforations in between each one. And they're tightly sealed, leaving them free from odors from the rest of the freezer. Another wonderful idea to try with these bags is to flavor them with lemon juice or your favorite flavor juice. Great for flavoring iced tea or water. They're great for summer drinks too. Glad really does know how to make life so much easier.
She is on my mind this evening.
Vocals is good. Can I get more guitar, please?
Tension, I know my heart deceives me. The man that is inside, I'm scared that he don't show. So I cry out, oh Father, help me let this go. I want to win your heart, but I do not know how. You said you need some time to sort your luggage out. Oh, and as we hit the common, gazing at the moon, I thought that I would like to spend more time with you. Hey. She is on my mind, yeah, on my mind this evening. Tension in my chest, my blood is skipping beats. The man that is inside, I'm scared that she don't see him. So I cry, oh Father, I lay this at his feet. I want to win your heart, but I do not know how. You said you need some time to sort your luggage out. Oh, and as we hit the common, gazing at the moon, I thought that I would like to spend more time with you. I wanna win your heart, but I don't know how. No, can feel love, but you show me how. I wanna win your heart, but I don't know how.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning and welcome. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso only on SABC3. Man, are you guys in for a treat on this Wednesday? Chris Verger, man, just sound checking, sounding absolutely phenomenal. Don't miss that performance coming up in just a bit.
Ed Sheeran might just have nightmares on the other side of the world. Just say it.
What Ed Sheeran? Anyways, let's, on that note, local entertainment news, yes.
Absolutely. Okay, so guys, remember how we showed you AKA's brand new ride earlier this week? The one that Zoe said, but the doors are opening in the wrong direction.
Yeah, that one there.
That one. Well, after Somizi posted a photo of himself in the same kind of car whilst he was in Los Angeles, fans were quick to point out that it seemed like a dig at AKA, who coincidentally is the bae of Somizi's frenemy, Bonang. Well, Somizi, however, was quick to clear up the air, and doing so, he revealed that he doesn't know what AKA does in his life because he's blocked AKA on all fronts. So we don't know if this is as a result of his association with Bonang or because of anything else that AKA may or may not have done.
And this is the reaction that they had in
laughing.
Just after reading that comment, this was the reaction they had.
You know, so I don't think anybody is going to be extending an olive branch anytime soon.
It's just so weird. Like, they both have the same car, and it's cool. Celebrate it, man. Drive your car. Leave each other alone.
We would all love that car. And Kat, if you got that car at the same time I got that car.
You know what? Personally,
you're not gonna be like hating on me.
I have a different preference of car, but you know.
But if you got it for free, you'd be like,
I don't know, you know.
Okay, y'all can give me the car for free because you don't know.
Consider yourself blocked.
Mrs. Universe finalists are currently in South Africa ahead of the big show this weekend, but it seems that they also made some time to explore the 84 beauties, took to the sites, and they experienced all that Durban has to offer. They visited Ushaka Marine World and also attended a conference, and of course they sat down to an intimate dinner together. Sources tell us that they are living their best life right now. They are very impressed with South Africa, and I suppose we'll just have to wait and see who is the most beautiful Mrs. in the universe.
Yeah. And so they should be having a good time. Durban is an ideal place.
Absolutely, man.
The warmest place to be.
That's it.
What's the weather like in Durban right now?
The Durban is a little bit rainy, actually, cloudy, I think. So you can expect some, across the coastline, you can expect some showers.
Yeah. Stay indoors, you know, order a croissant or something.
No, don't, it's always nice in Durban. Get out there.
Anyway, thank you so much, Leanne. Really appreciate that. But let's talk about other exciting stuff. The fact that the new Metro Expresso movie club has gotten everyone so excited. It's so in demand. In fact, so much so that we're giving away hundreds of tickets for this week. Got your attention? Watch this.
Make your movie dreams come true in a thrilling cinematic experience with the Expresso New Metro Movie Club. Be a part of an exclusive nationwide pre-release screening of The Dark Tower in 4DX on the 5th of September. You could also be on screen as Expresso will film all the fun and excitement. To stand a chance to win your 4DX seat in Johannesburg, Cape Town or Durban, SMS the keyword Dark Tower, your name and city to 40675. Don't get left in the dark. Be one of the first to see The Dark Tower with New Metro. It's your scene.
Guys, I saw the pre-screening of The Dark Tower. Eh? It looks good.
With Leanne's husband in there.
Yep. Future husband.
Future ex-husband.
What?
No, future husband for the rest of my life. Hello.
Idris
Until
Elba.
my very last day.
Everybody's got a dream.
Oh, goodness, guys.
And we all
while
have a
Leanne
right
is
to
dreaming
learn.
and being serenaded by Kat, rather interesting topic right now. Graham sits down with our parenting expert, Nikki Bush, and it's a very, very interesting topic, showing the direct link where kids play with toys that has got wheels and what that means for their development.
Getting children to play with toys on wheels, bikes, scooters, skateboards and more has many advantages beyond just, of course, the fun aspect. And this morning, we dig a little deeper into this topic with our creative parenting expert, Nikki Bush. Nikki, welcome back. Why is it so important for children to move? What is it about wheels?
So with wheels, children are mastering speed and space and distance, and that's really exciting for kids. And balance. Well, we'll get into all of that just now. But why this is so important today is with children more sedentary, sitting in front of TV, sitting with an iPad, a tablet, a phone screen, gaming. And gaming's not all bad, but it's the amount of time they spend sedentary, sitting still. That's the issue. And we need to be balancing that time with big body movements. So we call it gross motor coordination. And when you're sitting still all the time, where are those gross motor movements? We're doing all these fine motor swiping thingies, but where's this? Okay, When we get a child onto wheels, then we start stimulating that whole big system, the body, the whole body.
And there is also something magical about that process, about learning to ride your first bike. What is it about wheels that makes it so kind of advantageous, but it also is such a great launching pad for learning how to use your body?
I think it's about two things. One is control, learning to control this moving object and bring it under your control.
Getting it all to work in unison, yeah.
Yes, and getting your body, because your body's got to work in unison with that machine. And then also the freedom that it gives children. Suddenly, they have access to more space. Because if you think about putting a child on a bike, a skateboard, rollerblades, they need space. It's very difficult to do that in a townhouse or a flat. They need to get out and about. We need to take them to parks. We need to take them to places where they can explore and have more space.
So this is also looking at a long-term development. These are all things that you can continue to do as an adult to add value to your life. But why get this going as a child? Why not wait for them to become a teenager and then start learning to use their body like that?
Well, actually, that's a very good question, Graham, because what happens when you get into puberty is that the brain lets off some chemicals, and those chemicals prune the neurological pathways that have not yet been formed or formed strongly enough. So if you haven't developed good balance and good bilateral integration, which is where we coordinate left and right sides of the body at the same time, if you haven't developed a good body sense by the time you're a teenager, it becomes harder and harder for you to develop that later on. Eye-foot coordination, where do the feet go on the pedals? And to begin with, you watch children looking at their feet, and then eventually they're not looking at their feet anymore. Bilateral integration on a scooter. We talked about the little plastic scooters.
Yeah.
Getting both sides of the body moving at the same time. The same with running and crawling and swimming. So with cycling, with scooters, both sides of the body moving at the same time. It also integrates left and right sides of the brain. We've got, when you're turning the steering of a scooter or a bike, you're actually crossing the body's midline.
Crossing the
integrating
line.
left and right sides of the brain. So there are 101 reasons why we need to be encouraging children to play with toys on wheels. Now think back to sitting with your tablet. Are you getting any of that feedback?
No, my mind is being blown. My mind is being stimulated. I love that. And it helps you look really cool when you're a teenager to have a skateboard or a bike. It's so vitally important. We're going to continue this discussion with Nikki Bush, our creative parenting expert, a little later in the show.
See that song, The Wheels on the Bus Go Around? It was so important. So important.
All over town.
Okay.
That's the remix.
That might be the remix time. Yeah. Anyway, listen, we all may have heard of dodgeball, that game that Leanne currently sucks at. She's never played but is improving on. Or maybe you might have heard it from the movie Dodgeball starring Ben Stiller, or you played a version of it in your youth sometime.
Exactly. Well, a lot of people relegate dodgeball to being like a team-building exercise or a fun day-out activity. It actually has become a fully fledged sport in South Africa. And Graham actually got the chance to spend time with meeting the South African national dodgeball team.
If life throws a ball at you, catch it and throw it right back. Those are the wise and empowering words that the SA national dodgeball team live by, and they're about to take a massive step up, heading off to the African champs where they could book their place in the World Cup of Dodgeball. So I've come to connect with the team and, by the looks of it, provide them with a little bit of target practice. I think I've spotted Captain Kyle. Let's go.
South Africa's first ever national dodgeball teams are comprised of 10 women and 11 men who play as women's, men's and mixed teams in this exciting and fun sport.
Oh, I have to say the team is looking fired up physically, mentally, must be ready. But a big challenge, a massive step up in the African champs. How are you guys feeling?
The energy in the camp has been great for the last couple of months now. And we've been training really hard together, week in, week out, up to like 4 times a week, 2 hours an evening. Everybody's putting in a lot of effort. We can't wait to get to Egypt. We're going to go there to smash it. I mean, we're going there to win. We obviously want to take the cup. And we want to book ourselves a spot, obviously, in the World Cup next year. So
I know you guys have got a big job on your hands, so all the best of luck. I'm going to get stuck in.
The rules of the game are simple. There are 6 players on each side. The objective is to hit your opponent with a ball while you avoid being hit. The first team to lose all their players is out.
Clearly, you guys are ready for the big stage. I cannot believe this is only a few months old, this team, and that dodgeball in South Africa is only a few years old. Take me back to the beginning.
This has been a long, super long journey. We started off just playing, throwing balls at each other, having a couple beers, couple mates. And we then found that there was a World Dodgeball Association. We got in contact with them. We started playing the game officially and actually putting time and effort into it, building up leagues. And that was 3 years ago, and now we're here today. We've got our first ever team kit. We are the South African Green Mambas, and we're ready to strike when we go to Egypt.
The 2017 Africa Cup of Nations is the first ever international dodgeball tournament on the continent, where South Africa faces Egypt, Nigeria and Sudan.
Nelly, it really has been awesome to connect with the team, meet all of you guys. But what has been most impressive is the level of skill, not just with the guys and the mixed, but with the ladies. How are you feeling about your individual campaign now going across to face the best in Africa?
I'm feeling really, really proud, especially the fact that from when we started to the point where we're at now, the ladies have improved fitness-wise, strategically. Training with the guys has also upped our fitness levels because we're giving them a run for their money. We're doing just as many push-ups, just as many sprint drills as they are, and we're keeping up. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to take the team to Egypt, and I think we stand a very good chance to bring back that cup.
I think we can see this going very far in the future with things like Cape Town 10s and the developmental angle. Where do you see the future of dodgeball going?
I think we're just trying to break the stigma away from the movie and yeah, just to let people know that it's a very good teamwork environment. It's good for fitness, and yeah, it's fun to get involved in, and it's for all ages, all races, all people, and they would enjoy it if they just give it a try.
We want to see you go to the World Cup next year. All the best of luck.
Thank you.
Come on.
Thank you. We'll bring it home for you guys. We'll bring it home.
The hope is that Dodgeball SA can grow the sport at grassroots level and help develop it into an accessible activity for all ages.
The sport is accessible, it's easy to do. You can do it in a hall, you can do it on the grass, you can do it outside. So we are looking to take this across all the schools in South Africa. We're also looking to go into all the underprivileged areas later. That is our 3-year goal. Our next 1-year goal is to just be heard, be seen, and to get as much support as possible, and to get as many people playing the game as possible.
Oh, man, it's a lot tougher than it looks. I love this team. Fiercely competitive on the court, especially for such a young side. But off the court, they really don't take themselves too seriously. And they have just barely begun to scratch the surface of their potential. So next stop, Africa, then we conquer the world. Right, here's my ball.
Come on, Team South Africa, get in there! Well, anyway, listen, the tournament took place this past weekend, and after 2 action-packed days of dodging and diving, Team South Africa unfortunately just fell short, finishing second behind hosts and now new African champions, Egypt. I think what they needed, they just needed that, they needed you, Leanne, in the team, you know? You needed to be there, doing your thing, you know.
You don't play dodgeball like that, though. What are you doing?
How do you play it?
Throw the ball. And
then dodge the ball.
Done with you.
There seems to be a little bit of confusion as to exactly how the game of dodgeball works. Did you guys not see? But anyways, it's okay. Listen, we're going to take a very quick ad break, after which we're going to take a look at a story that caught the attention of so many on social media. It's an adorable video of a grandma blowing out her candle, and then something happens, and then something happens. We'll bring you up to scratch. Is that exactly what that story is all about? And then the moment that we've all been waiting for, the incredibly talented Chris Burger's in the house. Here he is. Sound check for us. He's phenomenal. He's going to perform for you after the break. Don't miss it.
Check 1 2, testing 1 2.
She is on my mind.
on to Team Bobby for like 2 weeks, yeah. It was really cool, yeah. It's tough, it's tough. When? Yeah. Not now. Phew.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
At Samsung, we develop technology so you can live life. Samsung, a way of life.
It's a Wednesday morning. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and you're right on time for us to be checking out all of those interesting and funny and random things that we've stumbled across on social media. Hopefully put a smile on your face.
Oh, I found this adorable video on YouTube. Okay, so a video was uploaded to YouTube of a grandmother celebrating her birthday, and when it came time for her to blow out her candles, she ended up blowing out her teeth
birthday,
as
dear
well.
grandma.
So let's go. And in 1, 2, 3, blow!
And happy,
okay,
yeah, you gotta blow out the candles, grandma.
And she's,
oh my God.
oh my word, that's so
Look at
cute
that smile on
though.
her face.
And she
So
just
funny,
burst
though.
out laughing. It was just so funny.
awesome.
Hey?
Yeah. Wow, beautiful stuff. Anyway, another one that we found, a video was uploaded to Facebook of a Scottish fold cat that looked like a very popular Japanese folk hero.
Oh, wow.
After his owner. So she walked around the house and looked like a human being for quite a while.
Do you know what? I'm gonna get Zoe's cat. I'm gonna get Zoe's cat
Gotta
the
get an
outfit
outfit.
from that Puss in Boots in Shrek.
Yeah.
Because Zoe's got a black cat.
Just keep your camera in front of her.
Funny.
That is ridiculously funny. Anyways, well, that's a roundup of our stories, eh?
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, share your stories with us on social media, and of course use hashtag Expresso Show so we can follow you. Who's ready for some music?
I am, man. Let's get it in there.
I am, yeah. This morning, we're pleased to have the talented 25-year-old singer-songwriter Chris Verger in studio. Now, since we last saw him, which was exactly 2 years ago, Chris has released his debut album. He opened for James Blunt and stole the hearts of many with his voice on one of South Africa's most popular TV shows. He now joins us to perform one of his first singles called On My Mind.
She is on my mind this evening. Worried all the time, yeah. I know my heart deceives me. The man that is inside, I'm scared that he don't show. So I cry, oh Father, help me let this go. I want to win your heart, but I do not know how. You said you need some time, such a luggage out. Oh, and as we hit the common, gazing at the moon, I thought that I would die, spend more time with you. Hey. Hey. She is on my mind, yeah. On my mind this evening. Tension in my chest, my blood is skipping beats. The man that is inside, I'm scared that she don't see him. So I cry, oh Father, and lay this at his feet. I want to win your heart, but I do not know how. to such a luggage out. Oh, and as we hit the common, gazing at the moon, I thought that I would like spend more time with you. I wanna win your heart, but I don't know how. Looking for love, would you show me how? I wanna win your heart, but I don't know how. Looking for love, would you show me how? I wanna win your heart, but I don't know how. Looking for love, won't you show me how? I wanna win your heart, but I don't know how. Looking for love, won't you show me how? She is on my mind this evening.
Oh, man. Chris Berger on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, man, sounding as amazing as ever. Thanks so much for the beautiful music to start off our morning. I hope that you enjoyed it too. Let us know what you thought about that performance on our Expresso Morning Show Feel Good Facebook page. And we'll have more from Chris a bit later on.
In the national news this morning, the Constitutional Court has ruled that new property owners cannot be held liable for previous owners' debts. Several municipalities, including Tshwane, eThekwini and Culinary, had previously argued that it was lawful for a municipality to attach and sell a recently purchased property in order to pay debt owed to them. The ruling proves otherwise and will provide relief to homeowners who have been held accountable for historical municipal debt, often stretching as far back as 20 years. Tax experts have urged National Treasury to give careful consideration to the economic implications of repealing a provision that exempts certain South Africans who work overseas from paying tax in South Africa. Yesterday, Parliament's Standing Committee on Finance hosted public hearings to allow stakeholders to give input on a range of new tax proposals from National Treasury. One of the most controversial is to repeal the exemption that allows locals who work abroad for a period of longer than 183 days a year to pay tax in the country where they are working and not in South Africa. Now moving further abroad, officials in Houston have warned that the number of deaths from Tropical Storm Harvey could rise dramatically once devastating floodwaters have receded. At least 9 people have been killed by the slow-moving storm in Texas, but many others have been reported missing by worried loved ones. Meanwhile, as major dam rises outside Houston, it's begun spilling over as Storm Harvey pushes the reservoir past capacity and has started to affect neighboring Louisiana. And then finally, India and China have agreed to pull back their troops from a face-off in a border area high in the Himalayas, ending a long-running dispute. The, quote, expeditious disengagement comes 2 months after their soldiers began confronting each other at the Doklam Plateau, where India, China and Bhutan meet. In a statement, India's Ministry of External Affairs said both sides had agreed to go back to the status quo before the standoff following diplomatic exchanges. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Here's a look at what's happening in the world of sport with Kat.
Thank you very much, Leanne, and good morning to all of our sports fans out there. Now, following the 41-23 win over Argentina this weekend, the Springboks have moved up to 3rd place in the latest Rugby World Rankings. This weekend's result capped off a 5th successive win for Alistair Coetzee men this season, a vast improvement from last year, which saw only 4 wins for the Boks. Ahead of South Africa in 2nd place in the rankings is England, while the All Blacks still hold on to that number 1 spot. In cricketing news, the West Indies claimed a 5-wicket victory over England last night to tie up their 3-match test series at 1-1. Shai Hope and Craig Braithwaite starred with the bat, scoring 118 and 95 respectively, as the West Indies successfully chased down the 317 required for victory after starting the day on 5 without loss. The 3rd and final tests get underway on the 7th of September at Lord's in London. Now, the news that the 164-kilometer stage 10 of the Vuelta a España took place yesterday, which saw Italian Matteo Trentin claim his 2nd stage win of this year's tour. In a sprint finish, it was Trentin who came out on top in 3 hours, 34 minutes and 56 seconds, 1 second ahead of Spain's JJ Rojas. South Africa's Jacques Janse van Rensburg, riding for Team Dimension Data, finished the stage in 4th, 21 seconds behind Trentin. And finally, world number 1 Rafael Nadal booked his spot in the next round of the US Open last night after he beat Dusan Lajovic in straight sets. Nadal, in search of his 3rd US Open title, saw out an 8-6, 6-2, 6-2 win in 2 hours and 16 minutes. Other results from a rain-affected day 2 saw wins from Karolina Pliskova and Barbora Stikova, who while defending women's champion Angelique Kerber suffered a shock round 1 loss to 19-year-old Naomi Osaka. And that's a roundup of all of your sporting results. Right now, let's take a look at what's happening on the roads.
All right, just a couple of minutes past 7 o'clock. Let's quickly get into your traffic and weather. Starting off with your traffic, and let's take a look at what's happening out on the roads this morning. Gauteng, Bedford View, you can expect heavy traffic on the N3, that's northbound between Elands Interchange and the Van den Buren Road exit. And in the Western Cape Athlone, the N7 Shakes Gerwel Drive is backed up in both directions. You can expect heavy delays and also consider alternative routes if you are in the area. That's what we have for you in terms of traffic. We'll bring you another update in an hour's time. Please be safe on the roads this morning, especially in Cape Town as well, where it's nice and wet. But let's quickly take a look at your weather, and it looks like, well, we've definitely been greeted by a little bit more welcome rain down in Cape Town. You can also expect some rain for today through from the east coast all the way up to the KwaZulu-Natal south coast, and there's also some showers expected in Mpumalanga. In terms of your temperatures, mild to hot temperatures for the northern parts of the country, and it cooled things down in the southwestern parts of the country, with temperatures staying nice and chilly. Polokwane vandag op 10 grade minimum, maximum 29. Mbombela 11 en 'n warm 31. Pretoria 9:26. Johannesburg 7 grade minimum en 'n maximum 25. Mahikeng 11:28. Klerksdorp 7 grade minimum vanoggend en styg na warm 29 grade. Kimberley 8:22. Bloemfontein begin op 'n koue 2 grade minimum, maar dit styg na 'n warmer 22 grade. Richards Bay 12:19. Pietermaritzburg 6:21. Durban starting off on 13 with the maximum 20. Mthatha 3 degrees minimum this morning, warming up to 20 as well. East London 10:18. Cradock 2 degrees minimum and a maximum 19. Port Elizabeth 10:16. George 7:14. Sutherland starting off on around 0, nice and cool, staying cool with a maximum of 14 degrees. Cape Town 8:15. Worcester 2:18. Springbok starting off on 2, warming up to a mild 23. And Uppington kicking off on 8 degrees minimum this morning and a maximum of 23 degrees as well. That's a wrap of your weather right now for the 7 o'clock bulletin. I'll be back in an hour's time just after 8 with a final update.
Thanks, brother. Let's take in some hashtag Wednesday wisdom on Twitter right now. Toyin saying, it's never too late to be great. Can Soda saying, don't be afraid when it's a storm, because the greater your storm, the brighter your rainbow. Sweet words to start off a Wednesday morning with. Prashant over here saying, the only true wisdom is knowing that you know nothing. So let's all be Jon Snow then. And then Ethan here saying, I don't want to be a product of my environment. I want my environment to be a product of me. Let's take in this very last one here from Ngango, who says, average minds give up when they fail. Champions fail until they achieve. Wow. Beautiful words to start off a morning with, I'd say. Share your Wednesday wisdom with us, of course, on Twitter. Follow our account at Expresso Show, and that's our hashtag too, hashtag Expresso Show.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we're showcasing some of South Africa's finest ballet dancers.
It's going to be very, very entertaining indeed. And then a rather interesting story. We all love traveling. I'm sure you've been at the airports, but we're running you through some very strange things found by airport security. You will not believe it.
Lekker.
Never mind cake, candles or balloons, Travelstart is celebrating their 11th birthday in the best way possible. They're having a sale. Celebrate the occasion by booking your flight to Mauritius for only $3,999 or Bali for $4,999. This offer is running from 28 August until the 1st of September, so book now at travelstart.co.za and treat yourself to the holiday you deserve at the very special birthday prices from one of Africa's leading online travel agencies, Travelstart.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Time for us to take a look at some of the weird and wonderful news from all around the world. First up, something from Italia. When I saw this story involving Samuel L. Jackson and retired football player Magic Johnson that became a butt of a joke gone wrong by an Italian comedian, it really just... it blew my mind.
I mean, come on, guys. Anyway, so what happened is that these guys were in Italy having a beautiful holiday in Tuscany, enjoying themselves. So they
Shopping
posted
up a storm.
You know, so they posted a picture of them relaxing. Look at those expensive branded shopping bags and them having a good time. So this Italian comedian called Luca Bottura reposted this image on social media. And in a joke, I guess, captioned it saying something along the lines of, "These are lazy immigrants spending taxpayers' money." And the even, I guess, more outrageous part of it is that thousands of Italians kind of met this post with outrage, clearly not recognizing who these two men really are. Risori Bolderina Forte del Miar fanno shopping a Prada quei a 35 euro con in the server indignato.
Yeah, shocking.
You know, that's what he said.
Well, further north in Denmark last week, police sent a busker outside a convenience store home to practice. Now, after some complaints about the volume and poor quality of his performance, the police basically quite blatantly said this, and I quote, "Just because you can play Wonderwall doesn't mean you should." They told him that he must come back once he became a better musician.
Wow.
So,
How's that for like just
it's tough out there, yeah.
raining on your parade, man? Oh, my goodness. And then finally, in the United States, if you thought that President Trump staring directly into the sun during the eclipse was stupid, well, reports have now come in from doctors stating that a number of patients were actually treated for putting sunblock directly onto their eyeballs.
Wow.
Hoping to avoid any kind of damage while watching the cosmic event. What? Yes, it's true. Yeah, so I don't know.
Only in America.
Only America.
Only America.
Listen, I don't want to judge people like that because New York people weren't like that. I don't know. I didn't feel like they were like that. I don't know. I'm just so emotional.
Well, that was your weird news, huh? It doesn't get weirder than that.
There you have it. Anyway, let's move on to something more artistic, more creative. There's something really incredibly powerful yet romantic about ballet. It's a beautiful dance form which continues to be popular here in South Africa, and our local dancers are given a wonderful opportunity to put their talent to the test and learn from some of the world's finest dancers in an international showcase that proves just how great our homegrown dancers can be.
With terms like jeté, adagio and pirouette, the European roots of ballet dance are apparent, but we have an abundance of young ballet dancers in our country. And in September, the International Ballet Gala will showcase our talent.
The biennial South African International Ballet Competition gives aspiring and professional dancers the chance to show their skills for prize money and glory.
Dirk, you believe in a philosophy called ballet diplomacy. How does it work in bringing cultures from all around the world together?
The whole world speaks ballet. It happens in Russia, it happens in Cuba, it happens in Asia. And so it's always been my drive to ensure that we bring these different kinds of dancers together and then to go back to their respective countries to sell and market where we come from. But we are always looking for funding for the arts. But the arts have to give something back, and I honestly believe that this is where we can play a very important role. So what we are trying to achieve is to, in the end, create a South African identity, and we've been working very hard at achieving that by working in the townships, by creating ballet teachers in the townships, so that we can start having the input from them. This gala takes place in 4 of our provinces, the Western Cape, Gauteng, Northwest, and Limpopo, so that people from there can actually be introduced and be inspired by what they are seeing, the parents, the teachers, and the dancers.
Helping with cultural enrichment and social upliftment, professional international dancers participate in the gala and share their expertise with local dancers.
We work very hard to try and train these girls up to a level where they would be good enough to audition to go into a company one day. And having someone like Irene from Cuba to come and coach the girls and train them pushes the girls to be better, to work harder, to get their legs higher, to turn more. It just gives you a different perspective of where you need to be and what your focus and your goals are.
And for this year's International Ballet Gala, what can people expect?
We are really blessed to have managed to get these dancers to come from some of the best known companies in the world to come and share with us some of the very well-known pas de deux from the big classics. We've created in Gauteng and Limpopo and the Northwest a suite of Swan Lake to then dance with the big white swan pas de deux. There's the well-known Black Swan pas de deux, there's Don Q, there's Flames of Paris, there's Romeo and Juliet. But then we're also very fortunate that Adele Blank has choreographed for us a new ballet on the storyline that I've created about a Soweto father creating a Pansula show and how the ballet and the Pansula and the contemporary can then come together so that people from around the world will travel to South Africa, to Soweto, and they would like to come and study Pansula dancing. But ultimately, all within the context of classical ballet.
In some provinces, elements of the showcase will benefit charitable causes and training programs, as well as be a valuable skills exchange.
Wow, guys, that looks awesome. Gemma, I can't believe you have only been working with Natasha for 2 years. What are you looking forward to most when it comes to this showcase?
Well, in the showcase, there's not only dancers just from South Africa, there's dancers from all across the world, like Monet. Learning with these overseas dancers, you obviously gain more experience and you learn more technique about ballet, and that's just lovely to learn about that.
And Javier, for you, you've been performing professionally for a number of years. You've also previously performed in the Gala once. What are you hoping to get out of this exchange?
First of all, it's gonna be the second time. My coming back from Spain, I was here living for 5 years in South Africa, working with Dirk, and for me it's gonna be amazing because it's okay, I'm back home. So I want to show to the people what I have learned overseas and try to enjoy it. This role is a bit difficult because this choreography has so many things to do, turns, pirouettes and jumps. We have only 2 weeks of rehearsing, but I think it's gonna be good.
Well, guys, I know nothing about dancing and my dancing is terrible. Could you show me something really simple that I could learn in about 5 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Ballet is a fine balance of strength and grace. The dedication to master this dance form is strenuous but worth it for the splendid performances it can produce.
You make this look a lot easier than it really is. If you would like to see these outstanding dancers and more, you can catch them at the International Ballet Gala, shown in Cape Town, Johannesburg, Limpopo and Hartbeespoort from the 2nd to the 9th of September. Don't miss it. Okay, let's try something else.
Very, very proud of our South African ballet dancers indeed, and the whole ballet industry and what it is achieving in South Africa. Very, very cool indeed. Right now though, let's press the pause button and have a little bit of fun on your Feel Good Breakfast show this morning with our iconic Emoji charades game. Now, if your entertainment knowledge is on point, and then this game really is for you. It's a game that will test your skills. Is it a movie? Is it a TV show? Is it a song? So much to think about. How many words on the title? So let's have a go. We will make things a little bit easy for you as well. I will say from the get-go that it is a rather tough one this morning, okay? So this is the emojis that we're dealing with this morning, all right? We have a director's board there. 1 word, so it's obviously a movie. 1 word's in the title. There's a house. And we have one of these warning kind of sign things. All right, so this is pretty much it, not giving away too much. So the clues is this. It was an American period drama film released in 2016, all right? And then your second clue this morning, it is based on the Pulitzer Prize-winning play of the same name by August Wilson. And then your last clue, it stars Denzel Washington and Viola Davis, who also won the Oscar and Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress for this film. It is a tough one. I have literally no idea, but let's see if you can guess it right. So do you know what it is, this movie? Let us know on Facebook or even on Twitter using that hashtag Expresso Show, and try out our Emoji Charades game. We can reveal those answers that you are saying a little bit later on this morning. Have a think.
Isn't it that movie, the house that had the blockage sign in front of it because there was dogs, but it's all hyphenated, so it's 1 word, really?
No, but when you hear Denzel Washington and Viola Davis, then you're like, okay, I know what it is. Up until then, it's really difficult. Okay. Anyways, if you have traveled abroad, you'll probably know that when it comes to airport security, they are notoriously stringent and they have tight measures to make sure that no one transgresses. But every so now and then, you have people that take chances, and the chances that they take are quite hilarious.
Yeah, we had a recent story in Dublin, Ireland, at the airport there, they found a tombstone that had the words engraved, "You'll never be forgotten." Coincidentally, it was left behind there somewhere at departures, which is super, super weird. And this is at an airport where about 80,000 people pass through every single day. So, yeah, security must have had quite a panic attack.
That is crazy.
And at the same airport's departures terminal, an unknown passenger left a toilet seat along with a cistern right there. And no one knows exactly where it was going or what happened to the rest of the toilet, but I guess wherever it was supposed to be going, someone's going to have a very nasty surprise when it comes to flushing time. Yeah. Or maybe they were just trying to say, you know, they're dissatisfied with aircraft toilets.
I hope it was a brand new one and not one that they stole. Okay, so on the 11th of June, a pair of cast iron keys, dungeon keys, were found at a airport in Ireland. And I suppose because most of the Game of Thrones episodes are filmed in Ireland, everybody's thinking that Cersei Lannister must have left it there after locking up some poor individual who crossed her path. Okay?
Anyway, so while security are also used to finding all manner of things via X-ray machines, security officials were baffled when they found somebody trying to smuggle an entire kitchen sink in their hand luggage. I mean, only in Ireland. How do you even? How?
That's like taking everything and the kitchen sink. And then this last story is this gentleman decided that he wanted to take home a souvenir from an Irish beach and decided to take a 15-kilogram stone with him. He was quite shocked when airport security were like, "I'm sorry, you can't take that with." He's like, "But it's memorabilia." They were like, "But it makes a really dangerous weapon once on the plane."
It is a 50-kilogram stone.
15, exactly.
And then plus, like, what, are you going to write there Ireland to remember their country? I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know.
That is it for some of the oddest news we found from around the world. Oh, all in Dublin, in the luck of the Irish.
Crazy.
Right now, it's time for you to win on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Now, we know this. Most 11-year-olds expect really awesome gifts for their birthday. Now, Travel Start is flipping the script and they're giving you a gift to celebrate their 11th birthday. Now, how would you like to win flights for two to Ibiza with 25,000 Rand? Well, it really is simple. SMS the keyword travel and your email address to 33728. That's travel and your email address to 33728. And also make sure to get your entries in by the 31st of August. It's around the corner. It's tomorrow. In fact, read the T's and C's at expressoshow.com as well. And then the winner will be announced at the beginning of September right here on Expresso. So get ready for a big birthday celebration with Travel Start.
So, yeah, when we come back after the break, we're taking a look at the latest news from the world of technology. The merging of human brains with tech. I don't know if I'm keen on that. It's
very, very interesting times. And then, of course, we always want to make sure that we keep you, our viewers, safe. So we're talking about protecting your identity online. All that more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Travel Start is celebrating their 11th birthday and they've got a gift for you. One lucky Expresso viewer will be making their way to the party capital of the world when they win flights for two to Ibiza worth 25,000 Rand. To enter, SMS the keyword travel and your email address to 33728. How easy is that? The competition closes on the 31st of August and all the terms and conditions can be found at expressoshow.com.
Work hard for now, mate.
Did you actually?
I'm in the same industry, remember?
Did you make these?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso only on SABC3. Lovely to be hanging out with you guys this morning. Rather interesting segment right now, talking about the latest in tech development. And man, is it a little bit mind-blowing, to be honest.
Elon Musk, of course, is back again in those headlines. And, of course, he's never too far behind when it comes to innovation. So it feels like every day is like a sci-fi novel with this guy, isn't it? Yeah. So he recently, of course, spoke out against the development of killer robots and also voiced his opinion and concern over the future of artificial intelligence. But now, one of these companies called Neuralink is putting together $100 million to develop advanced biotechnology that links brains to computers. And they say that the aim is to design electronic devices that can be implanted into your brain to improve functions such as memory. So you kind of see where the good in that could come around. But, you know, it seems like it's a bit of a contradiction to his earlier statement. Elon says that the thing about controlling AI is to stay a step ahead of it. I'm just saying, once the chip is in your brain, that doesn't mean nobody can hack into that and then implant memories that don't exist into your brain, and then you're like, what is my life?
Essentially, you open yourself up to be hacked. Yeah, like it's crazy.
I don't know. I want to go back to the jungle.
But I love his ideas. I love his ideas. Anyway, so our next tech story, while Musk, of course, tries to merge human brains and computers, the American cable network Showtime is literally just struggling to get computers working in the first place. Okay?
Help them, Elon.
Yeah, no, imagine enduring months of built-up anticipation and paying a massive $99 to stream Sunday's fight between Money Mayweather and Conor the Notorious McGregor in full HD, only to have low-quality video and buffering issues. Not cool, man. No, that was $99. Yeah, it's 1,500 rand.
I would have lost my mind.
Fight. Dude, it's crazy. But a man by the name of Zach Bartel is leading a lawsuit against Showtime with the official complaint stating instead of being upfront with consumers about its new untested underpowered service, they caused likelihood of confusion and misunderstanding as to the source of the quality of the HD video consumers would see on the fight or the night of the fight. Now, he wants the company to pay out up to $200 to all the customers who experience grainy or unreliable video when watching the fight show through the Showtime app. I mean, like you can imagine the disappointment. It's crazy. It's big.
You and I were watching. We were watching boxing highlights the other day. When you get like that killer punch coming through, and they're just like, and then next thing the guy's on the floor. You've lost the entire impact of the whole fight, right?
It ruins it. It ruins it.
So anyway, link up with us on social media. Let us know what you think of that brand new innovation linking brains with computers, and what you would do if you paid 1,000 rand for a service that ended up buffering the whole night. Like you woke up at 3 o'clock to watch the fight, and then it buffers.
That's not cool.
Dead.
The unfortunate reality is that criminals are masterminds at using whatever information they can gather about us to scam us out of our money. Their use of manipulative tactics allow them to trick victims into sharing essential information like banking details. And to tell us about the criminal practice of social engineering, we're joined today by Culinary, CEO of SABRIC, the South African Banking Risk Information Centre, a brilliant resource for all of us. Culinary, thank you so much for joining us. As always, I always get a little bit nervous when we broach these conversations because my mind really has been blown about how many vehicles there are that criminals are using to steal from us. And social engineering is a term that I haven't encountered as yet. Please explain a little further.
So social engineering is when the criminal manipulates you into providing them with information they require. So they will solicit information from you, unknowing to you that you're actually giving it to the criminal. So it's really about playing on your emotions, making you respond in a particular way. They would be surfing all kinds of sites. They'll be picking up information from Facebook about you, your hobbies, what you like to do, what you've just done, which restaurant you've eaten in. And when they talk to you, they actually would now talk about things that are familiar, that puts you at ease, and then, of course, they got you, because then they start asking and talking, and they get information from you. Alternatively, they'll be mailing you.
What are the telltale signs of an email that could be then using this social engineering technique, this approach?
Well, phishing is certainly one of them. You know, you would get an email purporting to be from somebody because it's actually not from who you think it is. And
it's not from Sophie or Jack.
No,
or,
sure. And very often it'll be an unsolicited mail, so it's a mail you weren't expecting. You'll very often have a link that you need to click on in order to do something further. I'd give you an example. You may get an email from some popular soft drink company, and there's a free voucher, and in order to get this, you need to click on. And so you click, and what that could do is could actually load malicious software on your device. And that means that everything you then do on that device is replicated and sent through to the criminal. Because what it does is that it takes you onto a fake website, a spoofed website, as we call it. And that website is where you'd be putting all this information. You think you're sending it to your bank, if the mail came from your bank or anybody else. But that's just about how they manipulate you, and they use those social engineering techniques to get you to give them information.
It starts with something as simple as an email address. How are they getting hold of our email addresses? I know for some of us, certainly in my media space, it's out there. I'm well aware of that. But you have to think, surely most of us, our email addresses aren't being advertised. How do people get hold of our email addresses?
If each one of us stops to think about how many places we have put our email addresses on...
You think it's safer than a phone number, yeah?
Well, you ask these days, you're not just asked for your address. Most often you ask for your phone number and your email address, because most people have an email account. So this information is lying all over the place. And what the criminals do is that they actually are able to harvest all of this information.
And what do we do if we get an email like this? Not just delete it, surely we can be proactive. Do we let our banks know? Who do we contact when we receive an email that clearly is suspicious?
Well, number one, don't ever respond to anything and don't click on anything, and don't, as a matter of rule, absolutely no exceptions, do not put your personal information, banking information on any mail to send it to anybody, even if they say it's your bank or the receiver of revenue.
Okay.
Notify your bank, forward the mail on to them, because it helps in terms of the investigations that are being done, but also just delete it and don't do anything further. And I think very important is to make sure that you always register with your bank to get SMS notifications of any transactions on your account. So, you'll be able to pick up if somebody is doing something, transacting on your account, you'll be able to pick it up quick enough to stop others from actually going through.
Oh, just be vigilant. I think I always let out a big sigh whenever we've spoken, but thank you so much. Some absolute gems there. Never click on a link or an icon in an unknown mail, even if you think the source is a friend. Nobody wants to be BFFs with a scallum. For more tips on how you can bank safely, visit the Sabric website, their Facebook page, the Twitter pages, an absolute wealth of information out there, so you can hashtag Wise Up, watch out.
Wise up, watch out.
Finally, we jump into the kitchen this morning because ek is honger. And also, we have a treat for you this morning. It's Amagwinya Vetkoek Day. Yes, I mean, Vetkoek, it is such a traditional South African dish and also very, very easy to make. It's basically bread dough deep fried in oil. So Olive Pride's blend of seed oils and extra virgin olive oil is the perfect ingredient because of its high smoke point and delicious olive aroma. Now, you can eat it with butter, jam or cheese, or you can even fill it with savory or curried mince, biltong, even maybe a little bit of acha. I mean, the possibilities are endless. But it is time to add a touch of pride to your Vetkoek this morning as Chef Angie Boyd and Peter Ayab joins us in the kitchen to make a batch of cheesy Vetkoek with meatballs and Napolitana sauce. Sounds like a bit of a South African-Italian kind of mix. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Lekker, lovely to be with you guys in the kitchen. And can I just say, we love Vetkoek, come on, It's like part of our history, our heritage, man. We love it, it's the best.
The best way to eat bread.
Okay, so we're doing some meatballs and a Napolitana sauce.
Yeah,
with
so
our
I'm
Vetkoek.
going to start off with the sauce. So while it's and what Chef Angie's going to do on this side, she's going to make the dough salon.
I'm going to do the dough because
okay.
That's
so I'm
what I do.
throw some onions in here.
Right.
Nice and hot. You can see it.
Yeah, get it sweating.
Then I'm going to add all my dries together, all my paprikas, my herbs, tomato paste. Pop that in.
Okay, while he's doing that, I've got yeast, I've got salt, and we've got flour.
Yeast, salt, and flour?
Yeah, so this is a very basic dough. It's just a bread dough.
Okay.
Because that's what Vetkoek is.
Yes.
Mix that through, and then we're going to add a good dollop of this oil into the middle. This just enriches it slightly.
Yeah, so this is now the Olive Pride that I was talking about a little bit earlier, but a mix of the seed and olive oil.
That's going to enrich the dough, and then we add water.
Right.
And we're just making a bread dough that's got nice olive oil in it.
So in the meantime, what I've done is I've added a little bit of stock to here just to deglaze the pan, give it a nice scrape, get all those sediments off the bottom.
Okay.
I'm going to add my garlic.
Yes.
Give that about 30 seconds, add my sugar.
Yo, guys, there's a lot going on here this morning. I love it though. So you just carry on with the bread dough.
I'm making dough.
Tomato.
I've always been under the impression of Vetkoek, you know, my mom used to make it, my grandma used to make it, but it always seemed to me like such a quite an involved process. But now I see that it's actually fairly easy.
It's pretty straightforward, and you're going to make this dough. You can do it ahead of time, which is also nice.
Yeah.
So once your dough comes together, you're going to knead it. Now this is the part that has got to be done. So you're going to knead this probably for about 5 minutes by hand.
Okay.
Or a little bit quicker if you put it in the machine and use the dough hook.
Okay.
But we knead until it's lovely and stretchy and elastic, and that's the idea that we're after.
Okay.
Can I just interrupt a second?
You may.
Have a look at my tomato.
Oh, wow.
Okay, now I'm just going to add the stock into it. I'm going to put it aside onto a lower heat and let it cook down.
Okay, so basically now you wanted a nice thicker consistency, let it reduce a little bit.
Yep, now we move the oil across, and this is where Angie's going to fry.
Right.
Okay.
So what's happened now is we've kneaded our dough, it's lovely and stretchy, and then we've got to leave it to prove. So that means rising, double in bulk, which we've now got here.
Got it.
Then you're going to take a piece, which I've already taken. My hands are lovely and dirty. We knock it back down again, and then we've got these little meatballs, which we're going to put inside.
Oh, wow.
So
look at
this
that.
is like, food inside food.
My goodness.
And then we
this
just
is
sort
one
of
way to eat a Vetkoek.
It's a hell of a way to eat Vetkoek. And then we just make a little ball out of that. Now we leave this to prove again. It won't take long, probably about 15 minutes in a nice warm area. And then when it's puffed up a little bit, so it's a bit more like bread again, then we're going to, this one's already puffed up because it's been standing. Then we pop that into...
And the oil's hot enough so we can drop it
Okay,
in.
so you're going to do that.
Yep.
Here we go.
Drop it in the balls. And the meatballs is just a standard, whatever meatball you want to
Whatever you want.
that you've
They're
cooked
already cooked, obviously, otherwise they're not going to
Yeah.
cook inside the dough.
All right.
And then we cook the whole lot together.
Up until it's nice and golden brown.
Golden brown.
Now that is interesting indeed. Okay, and here we have some that's finished already.
And then we serve it with that lovely dipping sauce.
And that's it.
That's it. So
Wow,
it's quite,
guys.
Quite a nice dinner.
I love this kind of fusion of different kind of cultures coming together into a traditional...
What's so important about this, it's a basic dough. So it's so simple.
You can use any of your favorite recipes would work.
And if you look at the oil, it hasn't started burning it, so you need to let it cook slowly. If it's too cold, oil's going to seep into it. If it's too hot, it's just going to burn the outside.
Wow, love it, guys. Thank you very, very much for sharing. There we have it. Some Vetkoek meatballs, Napolitana sauce. Delicious. The keyword is treat. SMS that to 33728. That's treat to 33728. We're going to spend some more time with Chef Peter and Angie this morning. Don't go away, but here, look at those steps once again in case you missed anything.
So Andy's like, you can't eat that. You're a vegetarian now. No. No.
Love.
Delicious.
Also to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we're taking a look at what's making international entertainment news. And Taylor Swift, y'all, has broken 3 records with the release of her brand new song, Look What You Made Me Do. Oh, it's killing it.
Which would make sense why she's also in our international entertainment news headlines, including a story about Kim and Nori doing something for the very, very first time. Can you believe it?
Absolutely.
Stay
and we're
tuned.
Also taking a look at the top local and international tracks as per 5FM. So much that's coming after the break, so you know what you have to do. Stay tuned.
You're the one.
When you feed your dog's health, you also feed his happiness. And wonderful things can happen. Like he's able to go from 0 to boundless get up and go. And a fluffier coat unlocks maximum cuddle potential. Because you're feeding the clinically proven nutrition of Hill's Science Plan. Precisely prepared with top quality ingredients. After all, when he's healthier, he's happier. And a dog's tail never lies. Give him the Science of Happy, found in the brand recommended by vets worldwide.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Happy Wednesday to you. I hope you found some reason to smile. If you haven't yet, perhaps our international entertainment news might put a smile on your face.
We'll bring you the feels. Well, the Kardashians are arguably considered as the first family of reality TV. Am I right?
This is true.
And it seems like that's exactly the vibe that Kim and daughter North were channeling for the latest magazine cover. Now, inside the pages of the spread, Kim and Nori pose together in what's designed to look like the White House, and both partake in their own separate interviews. Another first for the 4-year-old, seeing that Kanye has announced that his presidential run in 2020 will be happening. I think the photos make for some great practice, hey? But she's like doing the whole Jackie O.
So Yeah,
And
so Nori's no longer doing the no pictures thing.
she's
She's now, okay, now interview me at 4 years
So
old.
cute.
Very cute.
Well, celebrities might not be happy with Taylor Swift right now, but the world sure is. So much so that we've helped her break not one, not two, but 3 records in just 4 days. TS, as she's now called, her new song, Look What You Made Me Do, has been played more than 8 million times on Spotify, received more than 39 million YouTube views in 24 hours, beating Adele's Hello. And the song's lyric video has also beaten the Chainsmokers and Coldplay's record by hitting more than double the digits, attracting 19 million views in its first day. So Katy Perry, Kim Kardashian, and all of Taylor's haters can just eat their hearts out because this girl is gonna do something insane.
Wow, I'm trying to so is this gonna be influencing her music and the personality, so she's no longer going to be going out there and interview and being like, you know, like, it doesn't matter what the world thinks of me. Now she's like, yo.
I think
take
so,
it.
yeah.
I'm Taylor Swift, I'm TS.
Okay.
All up in your business.
Thank you so much, guys. Right now, something special for the lovely women in our lives. Now, what would Women's Month be without our moms? We love our moms. In fact, we think they deserve a night off, and our latest Expresso New Metro competition offers just that. Now, from the onset, they may look like regular moms, but a few minutes into the film, you'll soon find out that these matriarchs are set or up to a little bit of mischief. Now, experience this hilariously funny film ahead of its release at New Metro's Girls' Night Out events nationwide. To make it even more exciting, we're throwing in double tickets to the events at Canal Walk and Hyde Park. There's fun goodies included, gift bags and snacks also included. Stand a chance to win double tickets to see Fun Mom Dinner at New Metro's Girls' Night Out. All you need to do is simply SMS the keyword Fun Mom plus your name and city to 40675. Remember, you need to add the city in which you are able to watch the screening. T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. Well, sorry, gents, as well. This one is only for the ladies.
Find the best entertainment at New Metro Cinemas. It's your scene.
Well, it's time right now for the 5FM local and international chart show, and it looks like Mikasa are pursuing that #1 spot alongside Shekinah as well. But of course, they're competing against international international artists like Calvin Harris. So I guess the big question is, where will they be placing? Let's take a look.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nick Hammond back with another recap of the 5FM Top 40 from the past weekend. And like we do every week, we begin by looking at the brand new entries onto the charts. And my first pick came in at number 28. It's Max Hurrell and Caleb Williams from Cape Town. The track is called Drive. The second new entry pick I wanted to show you this week came in at number 22. It's fast becoming one of the biggest songs on the planet. It's J Balvin with Mi Gente. All right, let's look at my Move and Shaker picks for the week. The first of 2 going from 20 to 18. It's local. It's Apple Gule and Crazy White Boy with Live Your Music.
As you feel it now, all the sound vibration shaking all around.
My second Move and Shaker pick this week actually went down from 11 to 14, but I picked it because it's been on the charts for 10 consecutive weeks in a row. It's Shawn Mendes with There's Nothing Holding Back.
Baby, there's nothing holding me back.
All right, guys, now it's time to check out the top 10 biggest songs in music from this past weekend. Beginning at number 10, this is brand new music from Pink. She's back on the charts, the superstar, the legend. The track is called Try.
What about us? What about all the broken happy ever after?
Sitting at number 9 this week, gets another week in the top 10 for Charlie Puth with Attention.
You just want attention. You don't want my heart.
Sitting at number 8 this week, it's the second appearance in the top 40 for the band, but the highest of the 2, Imagine Dragons with Thunder. Then sitting at number 7 this week, the highest member from One Direction, or formerly at least, it's Niall Horan with Slow Hands.
Baby, slow hands, like sweat dripping down, not dirty, no.
At number 6 on the 5FM Top 40 this week, it's the first single of their latest album, Mikasa's the band. The track is called Nana. It's one of the fastest climbers we've seen in a while, already at number 5 on the charts, halfway through the back end of the top 10. It's Shekinah with Suited. Sitting at number 4 this week, it's Big Sean, Pharrell, Katy Perry, and Calvin Harris with Fields.
Don't be afraid to catch fish. Don't be afraid to catch these fish. Ride your cup and chase thrills.
Not a lot of movement in the top half of the charts this week. Staying steady at number 3 for another week in a row. It's DJ Khaled, Bryson Tiller, and Rihanna with Wild Thoughts.
Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts.
And then for another week in a row at number 2, it's French Montana and Sway Lee with Unforgettable. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure to listen to me, Nick Hammond, Monday to Friday, 9 to 12 on Hammond Time. And, of course, every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to find out who'll take the #1 spot on the 5FM Top 40. And speaking of which, this past weekend, once again, it went to Louis Fonsi, Daddy Yankee, and Justin Bieber with Despacito.
Despacito, quiero respirar tu cuello despacito. Deja que te diga cosas al oído, para que te acuerdes si no estás conmigo.
This song, man, this song, it stays at the top, and you know, it's also, that's to no surprise why, because it's a brilliant, brilliant song. Justin Bieber there with Daddy Yankee and Louis Fonsi. But right now, though, we are traveling a little bit on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and there's this unspoken rule that when it's your birthday, you bring the cake for your work colleagues or wherever you might be, and also your friends. But Travel Start is going one step further by giving you a gift to celebrate their 11th birthday this month. Now, Managing Director Paulina Kloschbucher joins us in studio this morning to talk about the very best deals on domestic and international flights, holiday packages, birthday gifts, and a whole lot more as well. And with new deals each day to your favorite destinations on your favorite airlines, seats are limited till the end of the week. So be very, very quick, or you could be missing out as well. You can, of course, make sure to book flights online now. It is a piece of cake, really, really easy. Pauline, thank you very much for joining me this morning. Lovely to have you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man, and happy birthday, can I just say,
Thank you. It's been a crazy week. So, yeah, we've been celebrating in style with lots of crazy deals, like you said.
Yeah.
To amazing destinations that South Africans love to travel to, which include Thailand, Bali, Mauritius. We've even had deals to London, New York, Amsterdam.
Wow.
So it's been really crazy, including some great domestic deals.
I can only imagine what went down in the offices.
There was madness. There was, a lot of running up and down.
Constantly on coffee duty, just sorting out everyone else. I love it.
Yeah, we carbo loaded heavily with donuts.
I don't doubt that for a second. But let's talk about this. Like, I know that you guys like your themes. I mean, do you have a theme for your birthday this year? And does that theme kind of translate into the packages that you're offering, or how does it work this year?
Well, normally we love to do our crazy themes, like you said. We've had everything from traveling puppies to Halloween zombies. But this time we decided to actually do something a little different and celebrate ourselves because it's our birthday, and highlight the fact that Travel Start's all about simplicity and price. So... Yeah, we're just actually talking about ourselves, how awesome we are, and how does that translate into our travel deals? Yeah, it's all about cheap, and they're easy to book as well. So, as you can see, our website's all about Swedish minimalism.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I like that, especially in today's day and age. You know, a lot of people, we hanging on to the money that we have. You know, things are very expensive, so it's good to know.
You want to spend. You want to spend, you not hold on to your money.
Exactly, but it's good to know that you can spend on something like flight ticket, which is now that you're offering it for quite cheap, which is amazing as well. Now, let's talk some international travel here. I'm burning for an international travel. I haven't been overseas in a while. I need to get to it, but you've got great specials on places like Mauritius and Bali, which I've never been to. Oh, man, what's happening there?
Yeah, so Bali's now, well, it's day 3 of our sale, so things are moving really, really quickly. So I think we're probably going to be on sale another day or 2 before everything's sold out.
Really?
Yeah, it's been really hectic. So we've got 4,999 Rand flights to Bali. We've got 3,999 flights to Mauritius. We've had Bangkok, which is always a popular destination. New York, London, like I mentioned. I mean, the prices are really, really low. And for a person traveling individually, it's really cheap. But imagine the savings that you incur when you're traveling with your family.
That's exactly what I'm thinking right now, you know, because for me, it used to be okay to travel alone. But now that I have my 2 boys, you know, it went up there, you know, which is a great offer now if you can travel for that amount of money. So, I mean, this is fantastic.
We've also got great packages. I should probably throw that out as well.
Okay.
Amazing, loads of brilliant packages. So have a look on our website. Hopefully we've communicated it really well. Yeah, otherwise just call through on our number. And we also have some real human travel agents assisting you as well. We don't just have a website. So we have a very large company with, I mean, we've got close to 400 people working for us. So yeah, you can call in and we're all there to help you book your next holiday trip.
Paulina, I want to give you a high five. You're amazing, man. You're amazing. I absolutely love that.
You guys serve a lot of coffees so early.
The energy this morning, you can see it's been a very good birthday week so far at Travel Start. Now, here's the good news. One lucky Expresso viewer will win flights for two to Ibiza worth 25,000 Rand. What you need to do is SMS the keyword travel and your email address to 33728. Remember, T's and C's do apply. You can find them on our website, expressoshow.com.
So it's quite clear we're excited. Chris is excited. He woke up at 4:39 this morning to be here to perform his brand new single, Tell Me, on the other side of this break.
Said to me that you don't think. Was that fine? You said to me that you don't think your heart can change. But friend, I believe that love ain't biased to a name. Lying on your bed, you said that I could spend the night. Oh, even though I would, I'm waiting for another time. Still, I want your love, love, love. And your touch, touch, touch. All of the above, but tell me if you want the same. Lying on your couch, heart thumping in my chest. I asked if I can kiss you once, and you say yes.
Not too much, because I used to play drums growing up, so folk.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso only on SABC3. Hope you are enjoying this Wednesday morning with us so far. Right now, let's get up to date with those news headlines quickly. Here's Leanne.
In die nasionale nes die konstitusionele hof het bevind dat nuwe eienaars van eiendom nie aanspreeklik gehou kan word vir vorige eienaars se skuld nie. Verskeie munisipaliteite insluitende Tshwane, eThekwini en Ekurhuleni het vroeër geredeneer dat dit vir 'n munisipaliteit wettig was om 'n onlangs verkoopte eiendom oor te neem en dan van die hand te sit om sodoende skuld wat hulle toekom te delg. Die bevinding sal uitkoms bied aan huiseienaars wat in die verlede vir historiese munisipale skuld aanspreeklik gehou is. Belastingkundiges het die nasionale tesourie aangemoedig om versigtige oorweging te skenk aan die ekonomiese implikasies wat die herroeping van 'n vergunning sal meebring dat sommige Suid-Afrikaners wat oorsee werk nie belasting in Suid-Afrika betaal nie. Die parlement se staande komitee in sake finansies het belanghebbendes gister geleentheid gegee om insette te lewer oor 'n nuwe reeks belastingvoorstelle. Een van die omstrede voorstelle is om die vergunning te herroep dat Suid-Afrikaners wat vir langer as 183 dae per jaar oorsee werk, toelaat om die land waar hulle werk belasting, of liewer die land waarin hulle werk belasting te betaal en nie in Suid-Afrika nie. Op die internasionale front, amptenare in Houston het gewaarsku dat die dodetal weens orkaan Harvey dramaties kan styg wanneer vloedwater begin verminder. Minstens 9 mense het tot dusver omgekom, maar talle is deur hulle geliefdes as vermis aangegee. Ondertussen het 'n reuse dam buite Houston weens al die reën wat orkaan Harvey gebring het begin oorloop en dit veroorsaak verskeie probleme in die buurstaat Louisiana. En dan tenslotte India en China het ooreengekom om hulle soldate uit 'n konfrontasiesituasie in die Himalayas na 'n dispuut van sowat 2 maande terug te trek. Die wederwysige terugtrekking kom 2 maande nadat soldate van die 2 lande by die Doklam Plateau, waar India, China en Bhutan aan mekaar grens, begin stelling inneem het. India se ministerie van buitelandse sake meld in 'n verklaring dat die soldate besluit het om diplomate kans te gee om sake uit te stryk. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Here's a final look at what's happening in the world of sport with Kat.
Well, great news for the Springboks up front, as following their 41-23 win over Argentina this weekend, the Boks have now moved up to 3rd place in the latest Rugby World Rankings. This weekend's result capped off a 5th successive win for Alistair Coetzee men this season, a vast improvement from last year, which saw only 4 victories for the Boks. Ahead of South Africa in the 2nd place is England, while All Blacks still hold on to that number 1 spot. Meanwhile, the West Indies claimed a 5-wicket victory over England last night to tie up their 3-match test series at 1 apiece. Shai Hope and Craig Braithwaite starred with the bat, scoring 118 and 95 respectively, as the West Indies successfully chased down the 317 required for victory after starting the day on 5 without loss. The 3rd and final test gets underway on the 7th of September at Lord's in London. Now, the 164-kilometre stage 10 of the Vuelta a España took place yesterday, which saw Italian Matteo Trentin claim his 2nd stage win in this year's tour. In a sprint finish, it was Trentin who came out tops in 3 hours, 34 minutes and 56 seconds, 1 second ahead of Spain's JJ Rojas. South Africa's Jock Janse van Rensburg, riding for Team Dimension Data, finished the stage in 4th, 21 seconds behind Trentin. And finally, world number 1 Rafael Nadal booked his spot in the next round of the US Open last night after he beat Dusan Lajovic in straight sets. Nadal, in search of his 3rd US Open title, saw out an 8-6, 6-2, 6-2 win in 2 hours and 16 minutes. Other results from a rain-affected day 2 saw wins from Karina Pliskova and Barbara Strikova, while defending women's champion Angelique Kerber suffered a shock round 1 loss to 19-year-old Naomi Osaka. And that's a roundup of all of your sports news. Right now, let's take a look at how your roads are doing.
All right, let's quickly take a look at what's happening out on the roads for the very last time on your Wednesday morning. Starting off in Gauteng and Brakpan, there has been an accident on the R23 Heidelberg Road, and that's northbound near Lucas Steyn Road, and you can expect heavy delays in the area. Then in Gauteng, Pretoria, traffic lights are out on Jan Shoba Street and Duxbury Road, resulting in very heavy traffic and native routes as well. So there we have it. That's your traffic this morning. If you're still heading out on the roads, please be careful and drive safe. Reach those destinations safely. Let's quickly take a last look at your weather as well, and we've been blessed with a little rain here in the mother city this morning. Absolutely loving it, and it looks like you can also expect some rain in the east coast this morning, or the Eastern Cape all the way up to the KZN south coast as well, and also a couple of showers expected throughout the course of this Wednesday in Mpumalanga. Your temperatures, Polokwane 10 minimum this morning with a maximum of 29 degrees, Mbombela 11:31, Pretoria 9:26, Johannesburg starting off on 7 this morning with a maximum maximum 25. Myking 11.28, Klerksdorp 7.29, Kimberley 8 this morning with a maximum 22, Bloemfontein 2.22, Richards Bay 12.19, Pietermaritzburg 6 minimum this morning with a maximum 21, Durban 13.20, Mthatha 3.20, East London 10 minimum with a maximum of 18 degrees, Cradock 2.19, Port Elizabeth 10 and a maximum of 16, George 7.14, Sutherland around 0 this morning with a maximum 14 degrees, Cape Town 8.15, Worcester starting off on 2 degrees minimum and staying cool with a maximum of 18 degrees, Springbok 2.23 and Uppington kicking off on 8 degrees minimum with a maximum of 23 degrees as well. That's a wrap of your weather here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show for this Wednesday morning.
Book on Travel Start. We will turn your guilt trips into good trips.
Oh man, listen, we are super excited, as I said earlier on, to have this man next to us, next to me rather, Chris Verger, who earlier on this year took on a very bold marketing campaign calling on some of his favorite stars and idols out there to promote the single he's about to perform for us right now. In fact, his very latest called Tell Me.
To me that you don't think your heart can change, but friend, I believe that love ain't biased to a name. Lying on your bed, you said that I could spend the night. Oh, even though I would, I'm waiting for another time. Still I want your love, 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 and your touch, touch, touch. All of the above, above, above. Tell me if you want the same. Lying on your couch, heart thumping in my chest. I asked if I can kiss you on the mouth, and you said yes. Something in this heart would love to make love to you, but we both know this is not the time for us to have this gift for two. Still I want your love, 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 and your touch, touch, touch. All of the above, above, above. Tell me if you want the same. I need your kiss, kiss, kiss on my lips, 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 until this beating heart skips, skips. Tell me if you need the same. Touch, touch, touch. All of the above, above, above. Tell me if you want the same. I want your love, love, love. touch. All of the above, above, above. Tell me if you want the same.
Dude, super. That is absolutely super. Thank you so much. Beautiful music. Tell Me, the latest single by Chris Verge. It is available right now all across platforms. So check it out. Buy it, buy it, buy it. So what's next for you? You've done this marketing campaign with all the big names like the Bobby van Jaarsvelds and the Majosi. So what's next now that the single's out?
So next up, we're releasing, actually for my birthday next week, 6th of September, Wednesday. I'm releasing a
Happy birthday for then.
Thank you. A new music video for Destiny. So it's going to be my 26th birthday. So you can look out for that on my YouTube channel. Yeah, so that's my next kind of milestone, and then post that I'm going to just be saving and just trying to get as much capital together as I can to record a new single that Daniel Barron's going to produce. Yeah.
Fantastic. He himself is a great musician, man. Thank you so much for the beautiful, wonderful musical treat, and I hope that you enjoyed it at home too. So be sure to look out for that. 6th of September, brand new music video coming out from Chris Verge, and of course we'll keep you updated on our social media platforms as well. Why don't you link up with us and let us know what you thought about that performance?
All right, thank you. It's time for you to win on your Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning. Now, Samsung, very exciting, have recently unveiled their latest flagship device, the Galaxy Note 8, and it is quite easily the biggest and best reveal yet. And they have also exclusively given us one to give to you. Now, if you want to stand a chance to win, head over to the Expresso Facebook page right now and tell us what your new favorite feature is. Is it the S Pen that you can use to write notes and draw emojis? Or is it the dual camera that will step up your photography game? Or even Bixby, the artificial intelligence that brings your phone to life literally? Now, you can tell us and it could just be yours. You have until Friday to enter, so make sure that you and everybody you know enters. You will literally be one of the very first people in South Africa to own a Galaxy Note 8, and it's worth 18,500 Rand. And also do remember that terms and conditions apply. You can find it online at expressoshow.com.
Thank you so much, Ewan. Well, still to come after the break, we meet a local journalist who wins the Global Shaper Award. I can't wait for you to find out who she is. And then, of course, our chefs are in the house, our experts. If you have any conundrums in the kitchen, give us a call on 021-430-9881. It's time for the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, ting, ting. Yes!
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Call us on your cell phone.
Culinary hotline bling.
That can only mean one thing, yeah.
Yes, it's that time of the week where you give us a call on 021-430-9881 for the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, 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 baby. Peter Ayub and Angie Boyd here to answer your culinary conundrums. Please, we welcome your calls. Get them in here, especially because today is all about, is it National Marshmallow Toasting Day? Something along those lines.
First I've heard of it, but
I
we'll go with
thought
it.
it was National Vetkoek Day.
I don't know.
We're talking about all the different techniques of toasting marshmallows. So I hope
Marshmallow
that you...
in the Vetkoek.
How about, dessert Vetkoek? We can work with that. And in the meantime, of course, we'll be taking the questions that came through from Facebook. The first one of which came through, guys, from Mareka, who says, good morning, I'm a chef in training. I got my certificate in food prep, hot kitchen, not pastry yet, when doing the drip mode on the cake. They normally use ganache, but my question is, can you only use melted chocolate? All right, so does that question make sense to you?
It does make sense to me,
Okay, let's try and answer that.
Okay, so I would not recommend just the chocolate. Firstly, you need to temper your chocolate. And also, if you're going to enrobe something, it needs to be a tiny thing. So trying to cover an entire cake with chocolate is going to prove to be a problem.
That's what enrobing means.
Enrobing means covering the whole thing from top to bottom.
And just explain tempering.
Tempering is a whole story about bringing the chocolate up to the correct temperature, dropping it down again, bringing it up so that it has a beautiful snap at the end.
Okay.
So if you're going to cover a cake in chocolate, what's going to happen is your cake needs to be chilled first. So as you pour the chocolate on, it's going to chill in stages and patches.
Yes.
So that's going to be a problem. And then secondly, when you try and cut that cake now, it's going to be a bit of a trick. Because now how are you going to cut through chocolate?
Yes.
So stick with the ganache. Or something called a mirror glaze, which is a beautiful, much slightly thinner glaze set with gelatine.
Okay.
Yes. If you come to our chef school, we'll teach you how to make it.
She referred here to drip mode.
Yeah,
What's drip mode?
So you can cover a cake with drip chocolate.
Drips over the edge.
Okay.
Yeah, it comes dripping down.
Okay, all right, that's what it means. I had another completely different picture.
I wouldn't use plain chocolate. You would still use your ganache. Or your mirror glaze for that.
And then a question from Tobega Shange on Facebook says, may I ask, how do you make apple crumble? Is it possible to use other fruits beside apples? So strawberry crumble, pineapple crumble.
I'm going to answer that for her. Angie's normally the pro at the baking type stuff, but what I do know is you can use whatever fruit, preferably like a hard fruit.
Yes.
So and something that Angie taught me was you cook your fruit first before you add the sugars, because otherwise the fruit's not going to soften, so you're going to have these hard bits of fruit into it.
Okay.
Okay, so if a recipe says add your sugar and your fruit together, rather add your fruit first and let it cook down.
No recipe. Peter said add the fruit first.
Okay, some orange juice into there.
While you're doing that, you were talking about using hard fruit. Give me other examples of hard fruit that you can use.
Pears, plums,
are good, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, pineapple you mentioned would be divine. Really good with some spices in it.
Pineapple crumble. Go ahead, Peter.
Okay, and then what I'm going to do now, the fruit softens, so we're going to add the sugar, and we're going to let it cook down a little bit. What we have over there is our fruit already been stewed. Okay. To make the crumble, we're going to take all our dry goods, which we've got desiccated coconut. You can use flaked almonds
oats,
or
almond seeds, anything to give it a bit of texture.
some sugar.
All right, very sweet dessert, obviously.
Baking powder. And then we're going to add our butter in. This is where our hands have to get a little dirty.
Okay,
and we're going to crumb it. We're going to make it like it's almost like bread.
What's that final spice that you've got?
That's some ginger. This is going to go in here.
I tell you what, you add that, and we're going to prepare the apple crumble, and we'll explain further how we then, of course, incorporated it into the softened fruit. In the meantime, give us a call on 021-430-9881. We'll be right back with the Culinary Hotline Bling. Sing, sing, sing.
Love it, love it, love it. What a Wednesday. Now, here's something that I think you can all relate to. Now, I think we've all experienced that earth-shattering feeling when you drop your phone and you're way too scared to pick it up or even look at the screen or in fear of the potential damage. And if this has been the case for you, then you're actually going to love this. Samsung are running their superior service campaign, which allows all Samsung users to get their out-of-warranty smartphones repaired at massively reduced rates, as well as paying no extra labor costs on selected handsets.
This is amazing to someone like me who drops phones all the time. Now, we all know how heavy those repair costs can be, so if your phone needs some love or a software update, now is the time to do it. To find out where your nearest Samsung Premium Customer Service Plaza is and which out-of-warranty handsets are applicable, go check out Samsung's site at samsung.com/ZA/offer for more information. And this offering will be available until Thursday, so be quick and take advantage. I'm already there.
Wow, that's like tomorrow, man. Yeah. And also to sweeten the deal, it doesn't end there. If you head to Samsung's Twitter page at Samsung Mobile SA, you'll see the amazing competition where you and a friend can both win an S8. Love it, love it, love it. Simply retweet the post, tag a friend, and use the hashtag Samsung Service, and you're in the running to win. But remember, T's and C's do apply and can be found on the website samsung.com.
Yeah, it's never fun dropping a phone, is it? It's always just disastrous. The horror, the terror. But what is fun is being in the kitchen with these two for the culinary hotline bling. Ting, ting, ting. Listen, we made the crumble. The fruit are softened. So once you've made the crumble, you just sprinkle it over, bake it in the oven, 180 degrees for what? How long?
10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, until it browns up.
In a little bowl like that, yeah.
And you're done, Okay, easy as that. Let's get to our second question that came through. In fact, two people asked the same question. One was Patutsezo Master Mune and also Neototeti, wanting to know how do you go about making perfectly healthy grilled chicken? Which is a great question because it's one of those things that after you prepared it, you can, slice it up and have it prepared for meals to come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So delicious, grilled, healthy chicken.
Healthy chicken. Well, grilling is healthy, so
Yes.
that's a good starting point.
So let's go about that, yeah?
I think the easiest thing to remember, though, whenever you're cooking anything like chicken, any of your proteins, is to seal it in a hot pan. And you can do it with a little bit of oil. You just must make sure that the oil is hot enough. And so it's a lot healthier to use an oil that can actually reach a really good temperature so that the oil doesn't seep into the food. Okay? So even though we're grilling our chicken, we seal it both sides in a pan like we're going to do now, so nice hot. Put it into the pan like that, give it some beautiful color on either side.
Yes.
Squeeze of lemon juice, salt and pepper, and then into the oven. So what happens with the oven, it cooks it like all around, so you're not getting that dried out chicken. So whenever same as a piece of fish, I don't think people use their ovens enough. So you would just get some beautiful color on either side. As I said, squeeze of lemon.
Maybe some fresh herbs, a little bit of garlic.
Because I was about to ask that as my next question. Oh, so by the way, you at home can of course give us a call on 021-4309-881 to engage in the culinary hotline bling.
Sing.
The different ways in which you can flavor it. That yes, it's healthy because it's grilled chicken, but you also want to be able to eat something that you go.
Spices, chili, garlic. Any different sort of fresh herbs. Fresh herbs are so good for you.
Chicken takes on so many flavors. It's a very neutral protein, so it's really good with that. You can use a beef sauce over it, which will be really good. You can use something like a sherbal or something that's good enough for like a fish dish. So chicken's that beautiful protein that will take on any of the flavors.
That is rainbow pepper.
Rainbow pepper. Just pink, black and white.
On earth. Okay, so I'm trying to look for that perfect color, Peter. Will it take you about 2 minutes on each side on a really hot pan?
I'd say even what we do in culinary industry as well, we always put our presentation side down first into the pan, so that in case it sticks or anything, it's a lot neater.
Okay.
So I would put my first side down for about a minute longer or two, so let's say 4 minutes like that. Flip it over for about 2 minutes and then into the oven.
Simple as that. All right, we're going to be back again with the two of you. In the meantime, you give us a call on 021-4309-881 for the culinary hotline bling. Ting.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, if you feel that you need any of the assistance that's happening in the kitchen, some really interesting stuff, the grilling of the chicken, that number again, 021-4309-881.
Yeah, man, they're on speed dial. And then we're also sitting down again with our parenting expert, Nikki Bush, talking about that very, very awesome link between children playing with toys that's got wheels, specifically, all right, and their development. Very cool. We'll check it out after the break.
I want to go on an adventure. And I want to bring my best friend along. So I need the cheapest flights. And when I book, I want to know it's with someone I trust. That's why I'm choosing Travel Start. Celebrate Travel Start's birthday from 28 August to 1 September and book cheap travel deals online, like return flights to Bali from 4999. Travelstart.co.za. Travel made simple.
Call us on your cell phone. Culinary hotline bling. That can only mean one thing. The culinary hotline bling. Sing, sing, sing is in your house. Give us a call on 0214309881. The sizzling that's going on right here, courtesy of that fried chicken, grilled chicken, that we made. Peter just kind of threw those pieces of lemon in there, and I thought, what are you doing? And he tells me that because it caramelizes, the sour flavor of the lemon turns sweet, and that just makes it all. And then you present like that. But now I feel like you're hiding my chicken in the forest.
Why are you hiding the chicken
just
in the forest?
give me a bit less green.
Are you happy?
I'm very, very happy. That looks absolutely fantastic. Try that out at home. Beautiful, healthy, delicious grilled chicken. Let's get to our next question that was asked by Anna, all the way from Vereniging, who said, what's the best way to for donuts, or to make donuts, and what makes that glaze so soft?
Well, donuts are again just another yeasted recipe that we fry. So instead of your like we made the plain Vetkoek recipe earlier,
yes,
this one is going to be more enriched. So it's the same flour, yeast, salt. Now we're going to add some sugar.
Yes, because the yeast
sweeten
feeds
it up,
off the sugar.
Yeah, and it sweetens it up slightly. Oh, you're good, hey? You should just run this whole thing. Then we're going to add some butter, we're going to add milk and an egg. So we've got a really lovely enriched dough. Same process, knead it till it's elastic, let it rise.
Let's just go ahead and mix that up very, very quickly, just so people at home can see how it goes together.
We add all the dry ingredients together, sugar, a little bit of salt and yeast, instant yeast, it's very easy to use. I'm not going to break, this would be melted, mixed. You mix all the liquids together, basically, and then you add it in.
Okay,
and then we're going to form a dough, knead it, let it rise, and then make your little shapes. You can do little round ones, you can cut them out and make the circly ones.
I guess the important thing right now, the glaze, because I've tried to work with this before, which is
icing sugar.
Icing sugar and water.
Good old icing sugar and water. So this is really a glacé icing. Okay. So sifted icing sugar, you can use water, you can use any liquid you like. So
okay, so you added slowly, bit by bit. Don't go all at once. Okay, I tell you what, can you keep on doing that while we take a call right now? Johan, all the way from Pretoria. Johan, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. The question I would like to ask is, in the herbs, savory, is it a soft herb, or is it a peppery herb? How and where do you find it?
Okay, so just repeat that. So you're talking about herbs, and what would you like to know about herbs?
The herb sort is a savory, summer savory.
All right, so the question is, what kind of herbs do you use for savory dishes?
The herb type.
The herb
type.
So
it's summer savoury, yes. It's summer savoury. It is a particular type of herb, not terribly well found. You won't find it in shops. It's something that's going to grow naturally in your garden. But it's a sort of a gentle herb. We actually don't use it very often at all.
But it's I wouldn't say it's peppery. It's not as hard as
it's not rockety peppery, and it's not basil peppery. So it's definitely a softer herb.
Okay.
But again, chicken will handle any herb, so you could definitely use it there.
Sage is amazing with chicken.
Yeah. Just hold that thought for a while. We're going to go to another segment, but when we come back, I want to just focus a little bit on this, because I tried to work with icing sugar. It was disastrous. You can keep on calling us on 0214309881. Nikki Bush, our parenting expert, speaks about the benefits of having your children playing with toys that have wheels.
A little bit earlier in the show, we spoke about toys on wheels with our creative parenting expert, Nikki Bush, and how important it is for the gross body movement, to get the whole body in action, for the development of the nerves, the brain, all of that, how important it is to get your child out onto a bike, onto something with wheels, so they can start engaging with their body. You mentioned something that really sparked my interest about coordinating the different sides of the brain. Can you expand on that a little bit? Because you think of riding a bike as something being purely physical, but there's a mental aspect there.
Yes, so we've got bilateral integration, which is where we're using both sides of the body at the same time and learning to coordinate them so that the movements become fluid and we don't look awkward. And so the more you practice, the better you get. And this actually introduces directionality and laterality to a child. So in which direction am I going? Forwards, backwards, sideways, okay. And then laterality is creating an awareness of the left and right side of the body, or left-handedness and right-handedness, or left foot, right foot. What's your dominance? And this has ramifications in the classroom for reading and writing. Wow. because we read and we write from left to right. There's all sorts of things when you're doing drawings, top, bottom, left, right, and children need to learn that or they will have learning issues later on.
I cannot wait to teach my little boy how to ride a bike because it's something that we'll be able to do together. There is an opportunity to bond for the entire family to have fun like this.
Absolutely. And there are families who build toys on wheels into their brand. You see the families who go out to the bike park on a Sunday, and mum, dad, and the two kids go, and they're all on wheels, and they've all got their helmets, and or you've got scooters, or dad taking the kids to the skateboard park, and just being there with your children, guiding them, watching them, helping them to balance on the first two-wheeler, putting those fairy wheels on, taking them off when they're ready, just engaging with them and really tuning into where's your child at, how proficient are they, how much assistance and support do they need, and learning when to step back
let them
and
do
let
it on
them
their
go.
own 2 feet. I love that. So now I've learned through many experiences. When you ride a skateboard or a bike, you must learn to fall and pick yourself back up. Any tips for parents in this learning process?
Right. Falling is going to happen. Don't let that stop you from putting your children on scooters, bikes, rollerblades. Just know it is going to happen. You're going to have to be prepared. So to begin with, obviously, crash helmets, elbow pads,
to begin with
pads.
and to end with, helmets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So essential safety equipment needs to be there. And as I was saying earlier, know when they need the fairy wheels and when to start taking them off. Don't go hysterical when your child falls off. Because if you do, they won't want to get back on again. You kind of need to take it like this is just a normal, natural part of learning how to get proficient
to them,
on your wheels, and then you're going to be okay, and get them back up as quickly as you can. This is important.
Oh, man, and I think as they grow older, educating them on how to be safe in that environment.
Yes, of course, road safety, all the etiquette that goes around being on bikes, scooters, and all those things. There is a whole culture around that. But movement is the architect of the brain. Parents need to remember that the gross motor movements underpin the fine motor movements like reading, writing, all those things. So any child who goes into therapy gets taken back to gross motor, not to fine motor. They do the big stuff first, then they go back into the fine motor stuff.
I think there's some parents out there thinking, I need to go back to my gross motor movements and start improving myself. But what a way to add layers to your life, to your child's life, to your family's brand. I absolutely love that. Go out there and experience the world and ignite their body and their brain.
Well, thank you so much to Nikki Bush and Graham. They're giving us some great advice on how to better help our children develop through life. And one of the ways is, listen, I think just getting your kids into the kitchen and teaching them all these kinds of things that we're learning here from Peter and Angie. We were talking earlier on about icing sugar, and I was making cookies about 3 weeks ago.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and I followed the recipe to the T, but when it came to the icing sugar, and especially creating that glaze that goes on so smoothly and then hardens on top so that you have that snap. It was a disaster. It was an absolute disaster because mixing it looked like a rocky consistency, and then I had to kind of add drops and drops and drops of water. I literally had Zola on the other line like, what am I supposed to do right now? So what's the secret to making it as ideal as that? Because you had a lot of icing and very little water.
Exactly. Firstly, sift the icing sugar, very important, so there's no lumps in it.
Yeah.
And then add your liquid drop by drop. And what's quite nice is you can add anything you like. So you could add orange juice, lemon juice, any liquid that you like. So you can flavour it up accordingly.
Guys, you won't imagine who's on the line right now.
Who?
Zola Nene on the line?
Hello!
How are you doing, sister girl?
Hi, Angie. Hi, Peter. Hi, guys. I miss you all so much. So today, I'm off set, so I was watching Culinary Hotline. I was like, I have to call and tell you all I love you and I miss you.
Oh my goodness, listen, how are the adventures where you are and on set and shooting the new show?
It is amazing. I am eating all of the sweetness, all of it. But you know me, I'm greedy, so I'll eat all of it.
But I'm sure you don't love them more than you love us, right?
I could never love anyone more than you.
Listen, Lucian also sends his regards. Thank you so much for the surprise call, and we're wishing you all of the best. Come back soon, Clewena.
Oh, I love
Hope
you guys.
feel
I
better
miss you. I'll
soon.
see you soon.
Alrighty. Oh, what a way to end off the Culinary Hotline Bling. Hey, that's really, really cool. Guys, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Shall we do it again next week?
Definitely.
You don't have any other appointments, right?
Got nothing else on.
Don't book the time out. Thank you so much for the calls we received, and thank you for all the questions that we got on Facebook. You're, of course, very, very welcome to link up with us on social media, on Twitter and on Facebook as well. Ask all of those questions. We'll gather them all together and have another amazing Culinary Hotline Bling ting, ting, ting next week.
National Vetkoek Day, and to celebrate, the Afternoon Express team are going to be making this all South African favorite, the Vetkoek. Now, Chef Clem is going to be steering away from the traditional Vetkoek and mince recipes, but it's going to be using things like biltong butter, pulled beef, atchar, and some crunchy pickles. All this and more is coming up this afternoon, of course, on Afternoon Express.
Introducing Clover Care, the first enriched milk packed with nutrients to help you take extra care of your whole family.
Made with love by Clover.
Well, I really do hope you're enjoying your Wednesday with us so far. It's not done yet. We're going to take a very quick ad break. When we come back, we're playing some mobile games. Kat and Leanne go head-to-head in a very awesome little game called Cut the Rope 2. It's going to be very entertaining. And then we're back in the kitchen with Chef Peter Ayub, and he's making a delicious vegetarian lasagna, a recipe you don't want to miss. We'll be back after the break.
I want to go on an adventure. And I want to bring my best friend along. So I need the cheapest flights. And when I book, I want to know it's with someone I trust. That's why I'm choosing Travel Start. Celebrate Travel Start's birthday from 28 August to 1 September and book cheap travel deals online, like return flights to Bali from 4999. Travelstart.co.za. Travel made simple.
welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on SABC3. Happy Wednesday to you. Now, Vodacom is offering customers a chance to explore more of the internet with up to 1 gigabyte of free data every day. And today, because it's Wednesday, is Gaming Wednesday, where you get free access to Game Mind, to View Clip, and Vodacom games without any data charges. And so this morning, Leanne and I are challenging one another to a game of Harry Down, an endless escape game. And the idea is to control Harry as safely as possible, all the way down to escape the descending doom machine. Leanne, are you ready?
Yes, I'm so
Leanne's
ready.
been practicing. She's already going. So
okay,
at the end
now I'm
okay.
starting. Now I'm starting. This is it. Okay.
0 meters. Okay, you get measured in meters to see how far you can go. So this is Leanne's turn. So you tap right and left to make Harry move, and then some of these platforms crumble. Whoa! Oh, okay. Leanne is putting up a score. Okay, we'll see how far she gets. Okay, by the way, Leanne has been practicing throughout the ad break. No! Okay, 160 meters.
Yes.
Okay, that's hectic. Shall I go now?
Top part too.
Okay, cool. Let's learn try my turn. This is nerve-wracking. Okay, here we go.
Take
Come
your
on,
time,
Harry.
take your time.
No, I'm chilled. Okay, cool. Let's go, Harry. Come on, Harry! Oh, it's crumbling! Yo! Okay, I went here!
You are
Okay. One more turn.
Okay, no pressure.
Okay, you're...
Apparently people have bet money on this.
Really? What money are you talking about?
Lucian.
Leanne, look at you. Are you serious? Okay, so the further in the game you go, the faster it goes too. So Leanne ke experti.
I died.
That's exactly what he screamed like. Okay, let me see if I can beat this. One more turn. Let's go, boy. All right. Harry Dan. All right, here we go. Easy chap. Ungawi chap. That easy chap. Oh, look at that. Oh! I didn't see.
You died.
Okay, Leanne, the clear winner with 160
cool.
meters. Anyway, so
I'll continue while you do your thing.
To make your day, simply keep a positive data balance on your Vodacom SIM card, then dial *111*634# or download the latest version of the My Vodacom app and then claim your free data daily. For more information and T's and C's, visit vodacom.co.za.
I'm amazing at this game, though.
You really are.
I can feel the anxiety in the studio right now. It's amazing. All right, well, let's cool it down with a delicious recipe. We're taking an Italian kind of favorite, which has over the years become a South African absolute classic as well. A good old lasagna. We're turning it vegetarian this morning. Peter's in the house with us to show us the ropes, and I think it's delicious, especially as a midweek meal using our Clover Care milk this morning. So, Peter, this is a great. I mean, lasagna is always one of those no-fail. You know, this is definitely a dish you can put forward to any occasion.
I think and this is actually my cookbook, this particular recipe. What I love about it so much is because a lot of the time people forget about vegetarians.
Yes.
And when they make a vegetarian dish, they almost like just throw it together and they don't really think about it. So we've really got some beautiful flavors. We've got some ricotta cheese.
Got it.
Some clover milk into there, about half a cup.
So basically, once again, you just get some of your source of vitamins, minerals, and amino acids in there as well. It's just a bit of a health factor, you know.
Some egg.
Should I whisk it up for you?
You can, and then some parmesan. Go for it.
All right.
Get that all together.
Oh, the parmesan is going to add such a nice little flavor. We love that.
Okay, so now I'm going to make a little individual lasagna. So pop some tomato sauce on the bottom.
Okay.
Just the tomato for now. Then we're going to take some pasta sheets.
Okay.
And you don't have to pre-cook them because they already are.
Okay.
Okay. I find that if I work with hot sauce, it actually softens it so that you really don't have to worry when you're baking it.
I see.
But when it's ready, all you do is you take a knife, poke it down, make sure that it's soft.
Okay.
Okay, so now we take this. We're going to put some...
So this is what you prepared a little bit earlier.
This is some spinach and mushroom. Can you put a spoon or two of that in?
Yeah, absolutely. Just like that.
Yeah, that's cool. Spread it around nicely.
All right. Oh, look at that.
Okay, some nice tomato again. And then here, what we're going to do is we're going to add some olives. It's such a beautiful flavor. So a little bit of
I can
olives.
definitely see that, you know, the thought in terms of the flavor profile definitely went into this.
Okay, so some more of this. Some more. Can you put more of that on?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Okay.
Absolutely. There we go.
Fantastic. We've put a little bit more of that.
There we go.
A little bit more tomato.
Oh, wow.
And then lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to put another layer of this. A couple of olives around.
Yes.
And then can you do me a favor? Can you put a thin layer of that?
Sure. Another one. We are stuffing this one to the brim, eh?
Nice and top. It's all going to... And then we're going to cover it with some cheese.
Yeah.
So now that's going to sit into your oven about 180 degrees for about half an hour.
Just like that.
Just
and it
like
comes
that.
out looking beautiful and delicious like that. And I love this. Like you said, this is very quick and easy midweek meal that's sorted for today. The keyword is clover. SMS that to 33728. Clover to 33728.
Probably nothing nicer than basil and tomato. So some beautiful fresh basil, just ripped to pieces. And voila.
You know, that's a midweek dinner, but I think breakfast is sorted by now, man. Peter, thank you very much. Absolutely love that. The keyword is clover. SMS that to 33728. But we have those steps for you once again. Absolutely mouth-watering indeed. A vegetarian lasagna this morning. Perfect for a midweek meal. The keyword is clover. SMS that to 33728. Peter, thank you very much, my friend.
Always a
lovely
pleasure.
to be with you in
Always
the
a pleasure.
kitchen. Check this out. It is delicious. It smells amazing. I wish I could share that, man, with the viewers. The smells. Clover is the keyword. SMS that to 33728.
Introducing Clover Care, the first enriched milk packed with nutrients to help you take extra care of your whole family.
Made with love by Clover.
Well, Win a Home, South Africa's premier interior design reality competition, is proudly brought to you by Private Property. If you vote for your favorite design duo, you could win incredible prizes in the bi-weekly giveaway. Now, the latest prize up for grabs is a Grower Smart Control Rain Shower System valued at 11,000 Rand. So get your entries in now and stand a chance of not only winning the bi-weekly prize, but also get automatically entered into the grand prize, which is a home of your own at the Eye of Africa Golf and Residential Estate. Now, this estate comes with finishes by Plascon and Caesarstone and premier appliances by Grundig to the total value of 3 million Rand. Take a look at how you can enter.
This is your chance to win the home you've always dreamed of. SA's favorite interior design reality competition, Win a Home, sees 3 design duos transform empty spaces into lavish homes, and one of them could be yours. To enter, visit privateproperty.co.za and vote for your favorite design duo. Put yourself in line to win amazing prizes in the bi-weekly draw and automatically be entered for a chance to win the grand prize, your choice of one of 3 fully designed homes in the Eye of Africa Golf and Residential Estate in the south of Joburg. The finished property will include luxurious finishes by Plascon and Caesarstone, as well as premier home appliances by Grundig, with a total prize value of more than 3 million Rand. Competition details plus T's and C's can be found on the Private Property website. Watch the breathtaking properties come to life as the design drama unfolds and stand a chance to win the biggest prize on South African television, your very own dream home.
Just imagine moving into that new house. Beautiful stuff. Check out Win a Home. All right, listen, stay tuned. Just a few more minutes, but we still want to say goodbye, so don't go too far away. We'll be right back.
Travel starters celebrating their 11th birthday, and they've got a gift for you. One lucky Expresso viewer will be making their way to the party capital of the world when they win flights for 2 to Ibiza, worth 25,000 Rand. To enter, SMS the keyword travel and your email address to 33728. How easy is that? The competition closes on the 31st of August, and all the terms and conditions can be found at expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso only on SABC3, and I really do hope that you enjoyed this Wednesday with us. But just before we say goodbye, we'd like to remind you that it is Gaming Wednesday, and with Vodacom Meg Your Day, you can get free data to play your favorite games online. We've seen a little bit earlier on, it was amazing playing that online game. But simply, what you need to do is keep a positive data balance on your Vodacom SIM card, then dial *111*634#, or you can just download the latest version of the My Vodacom app. And remember to opt in daily so you don't miss out on up to 1 gig free data every single day. Now, for more info, you can visit vodacom.co.za. You can also find those T's and C's.
Yeah, that's right.
Yo, Chris, get in here, man. Where's Chris? Chris, there he is.
Don't be shy. Come sit closer.
thank you.
Do you notice how far away from me Chris? Wow, okay.
Listen, quickly just tell us about what's exciting, what's happening, where you're performing, because a lot of people want to know where you're performing next.
Yep. So tonight is going to be Cafe Roo in Cape Town, Short Market Street. The show starts at 8. I'm playing with a guy called Rowan Stewart.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's the set going to look like? Is it going to be like this set over here? Where
so I'll do a whole bunch of looping, playing more original tracks and some covers as well. Yeah, so it should be a fun show. And the venue is absolutely beautiful, so probably one of my favorite venues in Cape Town to perform at. Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Listen, we wanted to share one of our trending stories with you that we were talking about.
Absolutely. Well, this morning we didn't get a chance to share the story with you about Ace the dog. Now, Ace the dog's owner decided he was going to take Ace with him while he went cycling. And Ace actually thought that he was pedaling as well. So as the owner is busy riding the bicycle, Ace is busy pedaling along with it as well. He's like, while we're moving, I should be doing this.
That is amazing.
Hey?
How is that even possible? Is that just like a...
I think he can see that he's moving. He's like, but if I'm not actually moving my legs, how am I getting
Do you have
along
dogs,
in
Chris?
life?
I do.
How many dogs?
2. We had 3, but we put 1 down. But he was a Great Dane. But when they get old,
Great
they're hard.
Dane.
Yeah. But currently we have a Basset Hound and a Chihuahua.
Wow.
Wow, that's quite a...
Hello, you're fine.
How's the time, man?
And I'm
Stuck
sure
me up
that the Chihuahua owns the Basset Hound every so now and then, as they are. They're very cheeky dogs, aren't they?
He's a little naughty, but
I find them to be
they're very
cheeky.
cute. I like them. Yeah.
All right, listen, dude, thank you so much for the beautiful music.
Thanks
Good
for
luck
having
with the sales of the new
thank
single.
you.
Hope it
Thanks
goes
for listening, guys. Tell me you can get on
platinum.
online.
Awesome stuff. And of course, the 6th of September, you're releasing Destiny, right? The
Yes.
music video.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not like Casper Nyovest's Destiny, though.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yo!
Sorry, Casper. I'll go watch it now.
Well, tomorrow, of course, on the Feel Good Breakfast Show, we are joined by Josh Wanty, who is going to be performing for us. That's going to be pretty cool.
I know Josh. He's really
You guys friends? You guys hang out?
No,
I
and
don't
then.
come hang out with
I
you
see him.
guys.
I see him at like social events and things.
No, that's pretty awesome.
Just not Casper. You don't see Casper. Okay.
And then,
No,
of
not yet,
course...
not yet.
Oh, this one. And then, of course, we are ending off Women's Month and we are dedicating it to some really amazing women.
Yeah.
So, yeah, can't wait to do that.
And speaking of amazing women, Gabriela Esposito is going to be here,
Yay!
making a lovely recipe in the kitchen.
Is she Mexican now?
No, what do you mean? Gabby and I have an understanding. Why are you hating on us? You know, just because your future ex-husband Idris Elba hasn't talked to you, it doesn't matter.
My future ex-husband?
We gotta go, guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
Why did I
too
clap my
much.
hand?
I don't know.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.